Welcome back everybody to another video. In this video I am going to give you guys my preference for gaming format when it comes down to Dolby Atmos or DTS-X, and I'm going to tell you why I prefer one format over the other. Before I begin, keep in mind that there's not a lot of content for DTS-X. That being said, even if you put it on the DTS-X, it will still sound amazing. And a lot of games, if it doesn't have the support logo on the game for Dolby Atmos or DTS-X, it's not true Dolby Atmos or true DTS-X, but it will still sound damn near close to the decode for that format, even though it's not 100% true. It'll still sound good. So bear in mind also that both of this format is amazing, and it will still be selective to your setup and how you like the way sound comes out. But I'm just going to give you guys my take and why I prefer what I prefer. So pretty much for gaming, I do prefer the format DTS-X, and I'm going to tell you why. So for instance, Dolby Atmos, it is amazing, especially for this particular game I'm running right now is Modern Warfare 2019. I'm running it through my 4K receiver, and I'm on my PC monitor. So I'm running 1440p at 120 hertz through my receiver, so I can run DTS-X, because that's the only way I can get DTS-X. Now, when I was running it just Dolby Atmos, especially for this game takes full advantage of your high channels. So especially when you have there's a lot of air support and Harriers, and you know that jet is up there shooting bullets. It is really loud. Even though you set your Dolby Atmos even to the same level as your other speakers, when the Dolby Atmos hits, when your high channel hits it, you know it's up there. It's really, really loud. Now for DTS-X, the way I would describe it is everything's more deep. You seem to have seem to have a lot of more of a deeper tone. Now, Dolby Atmos, your speakers are screaming, which is what you want, which is amazing. So the way I would describe Dolby Atmos, especially when it comes to video games, is if you guys heard of Pro Logic 2. So back in the old days, a lot of owners of Onkyos, mostly Onkyo owners, we prefer, so if the disc is Dolby Digital, we like to mix Dolby Digital with Pro Logic 2. What that does is that as good as Dolby Digital is for the movies that support Dolby Digital for surrounds, when you add Pro Logic 2 to it, what it does is it makes your speakers scream. So you know for a fact the sound is coming out from your speakers. It emphasizes your speakers so that it makes your speakers scream. Now, that's how a lot of people, that especially the Onkyo owners that I know, that's how they like to set their settings. But at the same time, Dolby Digital is amazing too, right? But it's just the difference is, it's just that you'll get a deeper tone when you're running Dolby Digital EX or just Dolby Digital or DTS, and it's like it's a deeper tone and it sounds great, but your speakers is not as clear and it's not gonna scream like if you add Pro Logic 2 to the mix. That being said, in this generation, I would compare Dolby Atmos to like it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Dolby Atmos, your speakers scream. It's very loud, right? It's amazing. Um, it's just that I would compare that to if you're like running Pro Logic 2, where your speakers are screaming, uh, and I mean your sub's gonna hit deep no matter what, but your speakers are screaming. But with the DTS-X, it's more like if when you're running like Dolby Digital EX or DTS ES discrete, where it's decode the way it decodes is like everything is everything's just a lot more deeper tone. Uh, your speakers is gonna sound good, loud, not as loud as if it was on Dolby Atmos, because Dolby Atmos your speakers are screaming, but with DTS-X it is loud, clear enough, but everything is just more of a deeper tone. So for instance, when you're running Dolby Atmos on this game, Modern Warfare 2019, when the air support comes, especially at like a Harrier comes, and it just hovers up there in hover mode, and it's just shooting the gun, its turret. It's just, and then you just hear the engine. It's just screaming at you in the Atmos channel. When it's on DTS-X, same thing, not as loud with the not as loud. Well, it's loud, but it's just more of a deeper tone uh, for DTS-X. When That's the way I would describe DTS-X. So if you like that, have you ever heard of Pro Logic 2 or Pro Logic 2 plus Dolby Digital? The Which is amazing. That would be more towards the sound of Dolby Atmos, and of course Dolby Atmos. It's a better technology than Pro Logic and all that. But I'm just trying to give it a reference. And then for DTS-X, this everything for some reason for DTS-X, it's just a lot more. It's just everything's just deeper. It sounds wonderful. Now, also it depends on your receiver AVR. I know on my Yamaha Avantage series, for my Yamaha, that the DTS-X doesn't sound as good as my Dolby Atmos on that Yamaha. But on my R-cams, both my R-cams, the DTS-X, it's really it's loud, it screams, but deep, real deep. So that is my preference for video games is DTS-X. And now if I'm streaming a movie, I also prefer DTS-X, even though a lot of movies, especially when you're streaming, it doesn't really support DTS-X, but you can simulate it. Now, if I'm watching a disc format that is in Dolby Atmos, I will leave it at Dolby Atmos to match that format to get to optimize the sound. So just want to let you guys know that is what I do for that format, and hopefully in the future they'll have more content that supports DTS-X. So that is my take on Dolby Atmos and DTS-X for gaming. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hooded Dragons.